Hello, everybody. This is Walrus McFish Sr., and we are back with the next episode of NetHack. Yeah, it's Wizzlepop, the Elven Wizard, and yeah, I guess in this video we don't really have too much of a plan, honestly. We're just gonna dive away down in the dungeon basically and see what we find. We're feeling relatively okay now that we got Magic Bane and everything under control. We've done most of the preparatory work that we need to in order to feel good about our situation. So yeah, I mean, we're just gonna dive, see what we find. Probably find the quest at some point. It's probably not going to be usable just yet unless we get some lucky wraiths or something like that. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's kind of nice to be without a plan. Is old Deuteronomy around here? Yeah, there he is. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it feels weird just to be like without a plan, basically, just like diving aimlessly down in the dungeon after all that time we spent pushing boulders around. I hope I didn't lose too much of my viewership, honestly, between that video and this one. Just that crazy video there. We can go ahead and eat one of our lizard corpses. Yeah. But, I mean, I hope that, most of you, I mean, I appreciate it if you're still watching, obviously. And if you're still here, you understand that, it was never about that. It's not about the quantity of the viewership. It's about the quality of the viewership, first of all. And, also, it's not, if I wanted 100,000 views, I would make NetHack videos, probably. Or not NetHack videos, right? NetHack and Super, I make Minecraft videos. Everybody would love them. No doubt, I'd become a YouTube millionaire overnight. But, that's not the most important thing. It's about the quest, right? It's about the epic quest, the quest of survival and redemption. Can we take out this pudding? I'm sure we can. I'm not sure if Magic Bane is the best option here. We could always just engrave an Elbereth if it gets too close. Yeah, okay. I think we probably do have most of the resistances that we need at this point, right? I think we have Fire and Cold. I think we have Shock. I might need to double check that. We don't have Disintegration. I'm not sure if this thing gives me Disintegration, but I will check it out. Stomach acid, sure, and now at least I feel... Oh, we did get shock resistance here, so great. I'm glad that I am now aware of that. So we definitely have fire and cold, I'm pretty sure. Now we have shock as well. The only one we're probably possibly missing is disintegration. I'm not sure if some of our resistances got stolen. I don't think they did, but it seems like I had that. I also thought that I was missing sleep or something before. But then again, this video sort of made me go a little bit crazy here, I'm suffering wizard madness here, basically. It's a very, very real phenomenon. Sasquatch. So let's go ahead and engrave an Elbereth. Make sure this Sasquatch is no problem. Kill the Sasquatch. You want to eat that? Yeah, I'm sure you probably do. That makes me think, actually, my AC is probably not as high as it could be. So, one thing that we'd like to do is eventually start to write some more enchant armor. We could do that. We could go back to our stash and do that. But one thing we can do in the meantime is actually probably take off our B and wear our Cloak of Protection, which is going to get my AC down a little bit more respectable, at least. We can also grease that up, I guess, if we want to. Let's grease it up. Grease up. There you go. Just so we have a little bit more AC, I'm a little bit worried that these physical threats can still be hurting us for so much. We just need to find some dragon scale mail or something like that. Honestly, right now, my ideal thing to find would just be some silver dragon scale mail. Both to deal with the fact that we don't have reflection. We have tons of magic resistance. We don't need gray dragon scale mail at all. I mean, in fact, the Cloak of Magic resistance was redundant with Magic Bane, which is why I wasn't too worried about it. Let's be careful, of course. I mean, we don't want to be taking it off and then we got our pickaxe or something like that, and then we don't have magic resistance and we're a little bit confused with that. But, yeah. Alright, I guess that this is the end of this floor, basically. Anything else worth looking at here? I guess there's probably a little bit more over here. Might as well be thorough. Who knows? Could be speed boots. Could be, like, I don't know, something fantastic. Could be a gecko. Oh, it was a lizard. I was just going to say, I was actually going to say gecko. So if it was a gecko, then I was officially psychic. I guess I'm only a little bit psychic because it was almost the same thing. So I think that scientifically speaking, I am probably a little bit psychic. Whoa, do you see that weirdness? I blew up in this statue with a force bolt, and there was a spellbook of force bolt inside. Would have been good to find. I mean, we were just at the cusp of forgetting it. Yeah, we would have forgotten it 700 turns ago if we Hadn't found it in the college town there. So I guess that's a good one to have. You know, the more spellbooks, the better. I guess we could always polypile them or something like that, maybe a little bit later. That also reminded me a little bit. One thing I want to do is cast light every so often. Let's just cast light when we're thinking of it, just to be able to maybe eventually work up my divinations abilities. I'd probably like to level up my divinations once, because there's a bunch of cool stuff I'd like to be able to cast. Magic mapping, chief most amongst them. I'd love to be able to work on my remove curse as well, right? 76% is not perfect, but a couple more level ups, that'll probably be fine. Alright, I guess this floor is relatively just uneventful. Come on, oh, we got shock resistance. That's not uneventful. That's critical. Come on, old Deuteronomy, we're heading down. What do we got? New kind of ring. We will definitely have old Deuteronomy spot check that, but there are wolves in our midst. We can hit them with magic absorbing blades. The fact that we're invisible is nice. We sort of got like a dodgy invisible type build right now. A sneaky invisible wizard who's a little bit difficult to snap your jaws on. And our dexterity is improving. You know, our wisdom is improving. We're relatively aware in combat. We can move around. We can not get hit. Wolf corpse, I think I will eat this one. Ooh, a bunch of money. How about you like this, what do you think about this clay ring? No. What do you think about it? Oh, wait, there was a wolf corpse there, so it doesn't count. Is that a paper golem that I see? That's actually fantastic. A couple of scrolls of blank paper, that's fantastic, because I was just thinking about writing a couple of things with my magic marker. So let's be aware of that. Plus, here's a scroll of identify. We'll see what this is going on here. I don't know if it's cursed. This is fine, so we'll try it on. Didn't seem to do much, so we'll take it right back off. A whole bunch of money. What do you think about this this scroll of identify? Do you think it's cursed? Alright, well you can take care of that nymph if possible, because I don't want to deal with any nymphs. Weird nymphs over there. Yeah, did you kill him? Alright, kill him please. I would love it if that nymph were to die. Let's cast light. Nice. Illuminate the situation. Wow, and I think it really helped actually, because old Deuteronomy got it right afterwards. Fantastic. We don't want that stupid nymph stealing our magic bane or anything like that. That's one of the things that can really get us. Glad I didn't try to zap it, because we would have gotten the mirror luck penalty after we sacrificed so much. Went through so much to get that altar to be able to get, you know, a functional altar so we can get our luck back to neutral. And now we have, so let's not squander it. We just got caught in a little bit of a Sisyphean task right there. It's part of any good epic story. Scroll of Identify, let's just, yeah, we'll say this one is possibly cursed, but who cares? I don't know if Cursed Scroll of Identify really makes a difference. Maybe it identifies it wrong, or maybe it just doesn't identify it at all. It's really stubborn. Coyote Corpse, oh, you're a little bit worried about that because probably some of that is cursed. So why don't you take the long way around? Old Deuteronomy, I'll meet you around this way. I'll just blow a magic whistle, actually. Sure, yeah, I'll let you teleport over that because I'm a nice guy. I'm a kind master, kind mistress. Magic Bane really seems to be getting the job done. I feel like I am appreciating having a little bit lower AC, just a little bit. And with these extra scrolls of blank paper, I feel like maybe this means, yeah, okay, two clay rings. Yeah, get over here. I'm sure it doesn't matter if one of them is cursed or the other one is not cursed. I mean, we tried putting it on, so I mean, we know there's not going to be any sort of immediately bad penalty. Unless one was like an uncursed ring of hunger or something like that. Could you imagine what would be? That would be very strange. What about these blank scrolls of paper, huh? Blank scrolls of paper. And a blank scroll of paper. That's fine. That's fine. So one of them may be blessed, considering they don't seem to stack. Alright, well we could try that. We could try to enchant up our gauntlets of power. I know they're a little bit on the rusty side. I would love to see if we have a Helm of Brilliance, actually. I know I've had an inkling that thing is a Helm of Brilliance, but I'm not sure. I know it's a little bit on the rusty side, but who cares? Our stuff is probably going to get rusty anyway. It would be nice if we didn't have to wish for that. I mean, it would be cool if we had a little bit of endgame equipment armor right there. Let's try that a little bit. Do we know enchant armor? Am I smart enough that I can write enchant armor? Let's try. Use my magic marker. Should I write charging first? Ooh, I would love to know actually. All right, that's the real thing that you want to use a magic marker for, is to make sure that you have enough to write a charging, so you can save a wish on your wand of wishing eventually. On the other hand, I would love... to be able to enchant up my armor a little bit more too now. Like if I got my AC down to 0 at least or so, that'd be really, really, really nice. I'm trying to think about the easiest way to determine if one of those is blessed or one of those is cursed. But I'm not sure without going back to the altar, and that's going to take a while. Maybe I should just take a risk and suppose that maybe one of them... I suppose the magic marker has enough charges, or I'm going to find a scroll of charging. Or I could just wish for another magic marker, to be honest. Maybe it's better to use it now, and considering, you know, I mean, as a wizard especially, wishing for another just, you know, quality magic marker is probably an excellent use of a wish. This thing is locked. It's not a shopkeeper, is there, or anything like that? I wouldn't mean to bust in on you like that. That's another whistle, but who cares? Alright, so you know what? Maybe executive decision. Let's try to write up at least one enchant armor. And if we got enough left over for a charging later, that's great. If we don't, we can always wish for more. So apply the magic marker. Write on the blank paper. Let's say that A, that's probably the blessed one. Let's give it a try. Right, enchant armor. And I don't know if I've seen enchant armor before. I get a little confused. I mean, in Dungeon Crawl, they spell armor with the U-R, with the British spelling, and it even insists upon that if you do a search for it. I'm pretty sure NetHack is just enchant armor with the American spellings, considering that NetHack spelling can count sometimes in NetHack. It throws me off a little bit. Alright, so enchant armor, I think, is we may not have seen, but let's see if it works. Oh, so strange feeling detect destroy. That's cool. We have seen it before. I don't know if that means that we were actually more able to write it now because we saw it and named it, even if we named it the wrong thing. I'm a little bit unclear about how that works. Alright, so my strange feeling, my premonition was completely off about that. It was because not destroy armor. We've seen destroy armor, actually, right now. We have definitely seen destroy armor. Yeah, so we've seen pretty much all the bad ones. So now this one was actually enchant armor. We're going to take off everything. Take off the protection, take off the gauntlets of power, take off... Alright, yeah, we need the gauntlets of power to keep ourselves supported right now. I'm not really surprised. Take off the studded leather, take off the Hawaiian shirts. This is quite the protection. Take it off the helmet and put the helmet right back on because I need that for my brilliance. Right, I cast it right now. It's like 005656. I wear this etched helmet... Despite the fact that it's made out of metal, it's not affecting at all. It really seems to me like it ought to be brilliance. Let's read R. Glows silver for a moment, and my intelligence is now up to 21. My wisdom is at 16. Okay, that's pretty cool. Right? You have to think that's pretty cool. We did find a brilliance. And has it identified as brilliance now? Yeah, so it's a little bit on the rusty side, but it is also going to help my AC. I mean, and that's what I'm kind of concerned with right now. How about let's use those other two scrolls of blank paper and just see if we can write a couple more of them. Apply the magic marker on this one, and we'll write another enchant armor. And read it again. Alright, glows silver for a moment again. Just get a couple of points of enchantment on that. It's nice to have an enchanted Helm of Brilliance. You know, if you're going to have... AC is AC. Doesn't matter if it's on your hat or your shirt or whatever. It's going to protect you from generic damage. So you might as well have it on the thing that also boosts up your cognitive power as well. Yeah, our wisdom is almost getting up to respectable, and our intelligence is getting up to frightening Dr. Frankenstein levels here. Let's do one more. Because I'm addicted to it. Addicted to the feeling. Magic marker on this other blank paper. Write enchanted armor. Oh, marker dries out. The scroll is now useless and disappears. Well, that's a little bit of a shame. Alright, so my magic marker is not well... I mean, I'm still going to hang on to it. I might be able to recharge that up later. But it's dry. Got a couple of points of AC at least, and also a couple of points of wisdom and intelligence. So I'm pretty happy about that decision. Let's wear the Hawaiian shirt. Now we have to go through this in reverse order. We'll wear the gauntlets of power so we're not burned anymore, just in case we get ambushed here. Wear the leather armor. Nope. Wear the protection. Wear the elven boots. And yeah, with our slightly higher intelligence, we can actually cast these things noticeably better. It's basically at 2/3 instead of 3/4, which is a noticeable difference so far as I'm concerned. Yeah, level 2s are also like easy spells now, it seems. We can cast them down at 3%. So that's pretty neat. I could cast all this stuff. What if I were to wear a shield at the same time? That takes my AC down to 1, but also makes this way less castable, so it's not worth it for 1 AC. Take off the small shield. I'm not sure. Maybe the priest had like a special affinity for that. It started this part of this is the starting set of a priest, so maybe priest is a little bit more equipped to be more like a paladin, warrior, mage, holy type. You know, well armored, but also a good caster. We're gonna. I mean, anybody can wear the dragon scale mail, though. Obviously, Grey Dragon scale mail is just unfairly good. All right, we can leave here. I sort of wish we had the ability to intrinsically teleport. We will get that ability soon. Let's break this down. Maybe... Oh, no, never mind. It seems like I thought there was just another bolt on the other end of there, but I guess not. Yeah. And I didn't tell you guys this part yet, but part of the reason why I've been so keen on playing NetHack lately is that if I don't beat NetHack before I die, if I don't have an Ascension NetHack before I die, then my soul is forever doomed to wander this earth as a lost soul. So, the stakes are pretty high. The stakes are higher than ever here, man. My soul is not allowed to pass on to the next life unless I can actually, you know, beat this game. So, if you're here watching me, you know, I mean, this is an epic journey that I need to undertake for myself, and I'm glad that you're here on the journey with me. We got a new kind of spell book. I'm very curious to know what this is. Old Deuteronomy picks up a chest. What a strong cat. You ever see a cat pick up a chest before? Not me. Restorability is a little bit not so useful considering I have a unicorn horn, but I guess, sure, I mean, it's nice to have backup. It's nice to understand how unicorns and horns work. You know, it's nice to understand how a tool works. You know, and then you can still use the tool, of course. It's like, you know, you learn how to use, you know, do mathematics before you use a calculator. Sort of. You know, you sort of learn how to use them at the same time. But you know what I mean. You know, you understand how to do something with a mathematics first, and then you can automate the task once you understand how it works, and you can feel relatively okay about that. But, you know, same with magic. You know, it's great to carry around a unicorn horn. Most characters don't even bother to think about it. It's like, oh, it's a unicorn horn. It's magic. You know, it just makes you feel better. But it's a little bit more subtle than that. You know, I mean, unicorn horns are magic for a reason. You know, interwoven with special charms and such. So, as a wizard, we are naturally curious about that, especially with our intelligence 22. We're approaching the world at a whole new level here. You know, intelligence plus 2 intelligence boosts is so much that we forgot to eat. We'll eat 3 lizard corpses. It's so much that we just, you know, we're carrying around multiple lizard corpses for virtually no reason. I feel weak now, and now I will get out another food ration because we have a couple of them. Take something out there. Yes, take out a comestible. Eat V. Alright, let's be a little bit more aware of our food situation. That's the second time I've started fainting so far. Don't want to faint to death. Don't want to get into a bad situation where I'm fainting and being annihilated by some other thing. Although I'm glad that my AC is a little bit more respectable now. AC 2. How much money do we have total in our bag? 3,300. So actually close to the point where we might be able to get a donation. If we found another 1,000, we'd be fine. If we find another grand, we'll have it in the hand. But until then, we'll have to just hang tight here with our natural AC. Could be nice. Could push us down into the negatives, definitely. What's that? Is that a friendly elf? Okay. I wouldn't hesitate to sacrifice you in an instant. I hope you understand that, Mr. Elf. I hope that, you know, and if we see an altar and you want to kill me and try to sacrifice me too, I wouldn't blame you. That's the sort of understanding that we have in Elven society. Some people find it barbaric, but you know what? I just say that you don't understand what it means to be chaotic. Kill the invisible stalker. Alright, we have the ability to see invisible, obviously. We saw the invisible stalker. We can see ourselves right now. If you want to eat that old Deuteronomy, that's fine. I don't know if you like to be able to see invisible. His eyesight is definitely starting to go. Maybe you could use it. A little bit of a corpse-induced LASIK eye surgery there. But I guess not. I guess you probably can't see the corpse. And maybe it doesn't smell too appetizing. I know it stuns you as well. Alright, here's a unicorn, huh? That is an unfriendly white unicorn, correct? Completely polar opposite to the alignment that we're used to. I see you, white unicorn, and don't think that I don't understand how your horn works, neither. I see all those magical enchantments and stuff that make it possible. Alright, so we got an edge on the unicorn just in terms of raw intelligence. Let's throw maybe a force bolt at him. How about let's try Magic Bane? Yeah, it turns to flee. That's fantastic. Don't even need to engrave an Elbreth. We'll just be able to get him with the Magic Bane. Magic Bane is definitely probably our best attack. Let's get him with the Wizard Knife. Probes him. The probe is insightful. It tells me that he's actually about half dead. AC 2, which is the same as us, and scared. And he's got a potion of full healing, which hopefully he's not able to just use. He's trying to dance around us a little bit, but I confused and killed him. I made it to experience level 12. Fantastic. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't be able to eat this unicorn corpse. If there was an altar around here, you could do funny stuff with unicorns, but I'm a little bit always nervous to try because you can accidentally like convert yourself and stuff like that. But we can eat the white unicorn corpse. I feel like that's absolutely the chaotic move. We'll take the full healing for sure. The other unicorn horn is fine to have. Again, you can try to polypile that into magic markers and whatever. Identify, is this one fine? Do we just have all cursed scrolls of identify here? Whoa! Was that actually it looked like a barrow white. No, it was a wraith. Alright, well, no corpse. No, never mind then. What is this? More cats? Good job. Old Deuteronomy's got a taste for kitten flesh. He's been eating nothing but kittens this whole time we've been together. Alright, so he's fine. Actually, this is a fine scroll of identify. Sure. Alright, so we got a good scroll of identify. Should I put these in my sack? I probably should. Anything here worth identifying, though? Maybe one of these rings? Like, we got a couple of clay rings. We got a couple of emerald rings. I could try to, like, check out the silver ring or something. I don't know. Let's read it. Sure. Especially because we got to remove curse or whatever. We can identify the silver ring. Sustainability. Ugh, that's pretty lame, right? We have the ability to restore ability through multiple magical means. I'll probably just drop that. But it might also be nice to polypile it, I guess, or something. It might be nice to drop it back off my stash. Maybe we'll just put it in our bag. I'll probably bless up my bag of holding at some point either. Yeah, it's a probe. We got probes. Yeah, great. You got a mummy wrapping. Fantastic. You canceled, but you're stunned. Fine. I'm not sure if our bag of holding is currently blessed or uncursed or whatever. Nice. Way to go, old Deuteronomy. Killing the peaceful elf. Oh, you're going to eat him too. Nice. Old Deuteronomy is vicious. Old Deuteronomy has got the taste for elf flesh. He's got the taste for kitten flesh. Old Deuteronomy eats only the finer types of flesh. Yeah, so next time we end back up at our altar, it's just more incentive, I guess, to go get the Eye of the Aethiopica as soon as possible so we can get back to Mine Town. So we can use our hard-won altar to be able to possibly curse test all of our stuff, or bless test all of our stuff, actually. We can curse test our stuff easily using Old Deuteronomy, but bless testing is a different matter, and I'd rather not waste a scroll of potion of holy water on my bag if it already is blessed. Here's a bunch of bees just asking for a force bolt down the alley, but actually I feel like maybe we should do that. And I forgot, actually, a while ago we had the ability to enhance our dagger skills, so let's make sure that we are more skilled in that. Could I be yet more skilled in dagger? No, I'm skilled right now. I think I can get up to expert in it, though. No sense in having this quarterstaff anymore. In fact, I'll probably drop that. I don't think I'm going to be polypiling that anytime soon. A quarterstaff, I mean, I know it's blessed, I know it's +1, but realistically right now it's a blessed +1 piece of wood. You know, you can go pick that up at Home Depot if you want, you know, whatever size you want, basically. So let's just drop that there. It's probably a little bit on the heavy side. It's probably just a little bit on the useless side when we got Wizard Knife. Wizard Knife. Don't mess with the wizard knife. It'll probe you and cancel you and do all sorts of nasty stuff. Yeah, check it out. You got probed. You got probed. And anything else here? Not that I'm immediately seeing. I mean, this 4 looks like there could be more to it. What was this one right here? This was a scroll of amnesia. I guess we'll take to blank. We might as well put things into our... Let's put our potions and our scrolls in our bag. 2 potions of full healing, because those are just going to explode. I know they are. And a potion of full healing can actually save your life, legitimately. And we'll put something else into the bag. The other scrolls. Like our magic mapping and our amnesia. We'll probably blank that sometime soon. Our magic marker is not useful right now, but we might be able to charge that up sometime between now and then. And this weird identify scroll that I don't really feel comfortable using. But there we go. And sure, I guess we are done with this floor. Onwards. Old Deuteronomy. Ho! Doodaloo, doodaloo. Doodaloo, doodaloo. Every time I see the magic missile, I can't help but think about that. I don't even know if you know what that is. It's the Super Mario Bros. 3 magic whistle sounds. A boo doo 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 doo. It's pretty catchy. Listen to that all day when you decide where you're gonna warp to. And we got a magic whistle. Whoa, Priest of Anhur. So we found the Priest of Anhur. Well, I thought this might happen, and it basically completely invalidates our Sisyphean task. Which I guess is kind of a good thing, because it makes it a different kind of task. I'm not sure what the adjective exactly is, but it's kind of ironic and ridiculous in a way. The fact that we spent so many thousands of turns pushing boulders around in Sokoban times a billion, trying to trap and anger that priestess. And of course, it's all for the absurd sake of nothing, because there's a friendly altar right here. So we could have just done it right here, but I'm glad I got Magic Bane early as early as I did, as quote-unquote early as I did. Here on turn 21,710. But we got another altar here. Hey, if I find anything to sacrifice, I'll sacrifice it. If I find more create monsters, something like that, we don't have to rush all the way back to Minetown. And actually, by the way, that's a pretty good point. I could drop off my bag right here. Just check this out. Let me just drop off my bag. Yeah, it's just uncursed. So I'll go ahead and bless it. It means we're going to be able to carry around a buttload more stuff. I mean, twice as much stuff, basically. It reduces the weight encumbrance in the bag by half again, I believe, to 1/4 of the total weight. So that's pretty fantastic. So take the bag, take something out of the bag. Take a potion of holy water out of the bag. And then dip the bag into the holy water. Alright, and now the holy water is gone, and the bag weighs less, and all the contents weigh half as much. So there's some weird, conservation of mass stuff going on here. But who knows how bags of holdings are supposed to work? We'll have to study that later. I don't know the spell holding yet. I don't know if such a spell is known to science exactly. Bag of holdings made with ancient Atlantean science. We don't really understand it yet, but we definitely can, understand unicorn science. There's nothing special about that. It's what, like a level 2 spell? Restore ability, level 4 spell. Alright, give them a little bit of credit. Unicorns are pretty magical creatures. Everybody wants to get their hands on a unicorn horn. That's why unicorns are definitely something to be poached. Speaking of unicorns, it is a unicorn. What color? It's a gray unicorn. Can we kill this unicorn and sacrifice it? I forget whether that's a good idea. I feel like sacrificing something on your own altar with a unicorn is a good idea. I really have to check that though, because we've gone through so much trouble to to get our god on our good side that I need to make sure that we're not making an absolutely stupid mistake. So here we go. Unicorn spoilers. If I myself am chaotic and the unicorn is gray, and we have a chaotic altar, we should get a good effect. That makes perfect sense. It made perfect sense to me. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it there, considering that, well, we're going to have to carry that corpse a long ways. But hey, unicorn, you want to come over here and maybe die? Can I lure you this way? You want to get lured? I don't know if I can carry a unicorn corpse. That's the you know, I mean, it's going to be pretty heavy. All that way. I'll try to... Yeah, okay, he's going to come get me now. Let's try to smash him a couple of times. You're stunned. Oh, they can use their own unicorn magic? I had no idea. That's amazing. I had no idea that they had that sort of control over their own unicorn abilities, but I guess it makes sense that that's the way that it would have evolved. I'm not sure if unicorn has evolved. We'll take the unicorn corpse. Yes. Can I put it in the sack? That's a good question. Can you put a corpse in a sack? Put something in the comestibles, the unicorn corpse. Yeah, now I've only slowed slightly, so I feel like I should be able to get there in time. That's a pretty useful thing to have in a bag of holding, you might say. And we just had tons of unicorns this game so far. I mean, if we wanted a unicorn horn, that's fine. But we should be able to sacrifice this unicorn, and I don't know, we should just be over the moon. I mean, considering how precious unicorns are to their various alignments. We sacrifice a gray one to his greater glory. You know, he's going to be great. The powers of neutrality are not going to be pleased, but who cares about them? Apply the sack, take something out of the bag. It's the comestibles, the unicorn corpse. Yes. And then offer it. You feel you are thoroughly on the right path. No kidding, with that major unicorn sacrifice. Absolutely. 4-leaf clover at my feet. We got the luck stone to back that up too. That's pretty fantastic. So now our luck is definitely in the positive. Can't argue with that after that unicorn sacrifice. I mean, I should hope so. And now it's going to stay that way. Yeah? Old Deuteronomy, you see that? Where were you? Old Deuteronomy, you don't have the right to have as much personality as Mr. Mistopheles did. You haven't earned that yet. Okay. I feel like there could be more. Yeah, there's definitely more over here. I'm probably a little bit lazy about exploring some of these floors. Like, I'm sure there's, like, several rooms that I've been missing. Possibly with Wands of Wishing inside. Always going to be Wands of Wishing inside. I could try to cast Clairvoyance. What's my Clairvoyance at nowadays? Down towards 62%. Doable. Especially if I cast Light more, like I've been intending to. Let's do it. More light. Cast light all the time. Nice. Check it out. We're going to light up these hallways. We're going to make this dungeon just like a generally nicer place to be. Fantastic. Does that last forever? I hope it does. And I think I saw a quantum mechanic over there, but I was not too concerned. It was something that was sort of on the cyan side. Let's, yeah, maybe see if we can find a couple more monsters. What if I were to wear my blindfold? I don't have a blindfold yet. Never mind. What if I were to not do that? Because I guess I don't have that option. What if we were to go, oh, Old Deuteronomy? Come on, Old Deuteronomy. It's time for us to be rambling on. Wow. All right. So we did find the quests. Unfortunately, we're 2 experience levels shy right now. Hopefully, we might be able to clear that. I think there are supposed to be a couple of wraiths in the wizard quests. Theoretically, I have done this a while. Yeah, we're going to the Lonely Tower. That sounds like a pretty reasonable place for wizards to congregate. All right, can't be that lonely if Nefert the Green is there, but whatever, you know. We'll give him, you know, it's probably just a cool name, cool wizard name. Alright, I thought that was a mushroom for a second, but in fact it's a jaguar. Easy mistake to make. It does hurt a little bit more, but I think you can definitely feel the improvement of the AC. There's an apron. Jeez, alright, find another apron. All sorts of aprons here. This one says, kiss the cook on it. Rotten food, blech, blech. Use unicorn horn, fine. Scroll of amnesia, fine. Yeah, that's fine, but we'll just put it in our sack. Have a couple of things to blank out in magic marker later. Scrolls there. Whoa! So we seem to have found a place. Looks like a throne room. I could be down with that. We could get a genocide. We could get a wish if we're lucky. Our luck is up pretty high, right? We've been sacrificing stuff. We got ourselves a luck stone. It's an opulent throne room. We also have the stealth going on, so I feel like between this and Magic Blade, we should just be able to sort of like stab our way around. We got the elf stealth going on. Right? So these guys won't even know what hit them. I just take them out one at a time. Throw in an Elbreth if anything looks nasty. Are you gonna mess this up, Mr. Old Deuteronomy? I know that cats are traditionally pretty stealthy, but I don't know if you got elf stealth. Kobold Shaman is dead. You just want to eat some of the spoils. That's fine. Why don't you distract yourself with that for a while we actually do some of the stabbing. Hit the Gnome King, hit the Gnome King. Wow, the Gnome King took 3 hits from... Ooh, okay, down to 1 HP. Still wish... Yeah, I mean, a Gnome King should not be able to survive 3 hits from Magic Bane. Forest Centaur, a little bit dangerous. Check out this Forest Centaur, huh? Check out that Forest Centaur trying to think he's somebody. Think he can stand up to me with my wizard knife? I seriously doubt it. Hit the Bugbear, yeah. Most things are going down in 1 or 2 hits. We could probably stand to enchant it up a little bit more, I guess, but it's doing its thing. Killed, killed, killed. I'm enjoying these 1-hit kills. I think we can even get more dangerous, too, with it, maybe. Oh, alright, so Old Deuteronomy is... decide that he's going to take matters into his own hands. I don't blame him. It's not like this is a difficult fight. What happened? File, Dizzy, Confusion. Could have been Booze, perhaps, as well. I'm not sure if we've seen Booze this game, but of course we have the Unicorn Horn. So no reason to feel confused at all. For as much as I've been knocking unicorns just now this video, they do... You gotta hand it to them, you know what I mean? It's a convenient set of enchantments in that horn. You know, it's just, you know, that's just natural tool use right there. Okay, there's a troll right there. That's probably the thing that I'm going to want to eat. I was just thinking that I'd like to eat, like, one of these corpses in order to get back up towards the hunger levels where we need to be. But, I mean, it's actually convenient that we're a little bit hungry right now because we're going to need to eat a rock troll. Oh, he's so... we're all going to get so pissed off at that rock troll. We get the 1984 style hatred against the rock troll. Oh, geez. Oh, the rock troll. Wow. All right. So let's actually go ahead and ride an Elbrith. Yeah, that rock troll played me for a little bit of a fool there. Looks like Old Deuteronomy's got things up to, under control up there in the north. But I would prefer to finish eating this rock troll. Yeah, you can take a quantum mechanic, right? I gotta finish eating the rock troll. All right. So yeah, you take the quantum mechanic. The quantum mechanic ain't gonna bother us anyway. He's a little too jumpy. He's gonna blink all over the place. Mortal Orc is dead. All that time we spent trying to eat that that troll corpse is also regenerated up to full HP as well. Am I wearing a ring of regeneration right now? Take off. I sure am. That explains why I'm so hungry all the time, and also why my HP is so high. I should be more aware of that, but it's not like I've been running into food issues. I mean, I still have, what, 6 or 7 food rations in my stash. More that I could get later, probably, that I've left lying around. There's an egg. Old Deuteronomy, you can eat the egg. I know that the cats like to eat eggs. The pets like to eat the eggs. Scares the Gnome King? Was that the king? Was that the king that we were supposed to be pledging fealty here to? Because he didn't inspire a lot of confidence here. You know, your entire throne room is dead. All right. I request an audience before you, and I got one. All right. Here's the throne. Let's just go right ahead and sit on it, I guess. Sit. I feel a wrenching sensation now I'm over there. Alright, well that's not the worst thing that could happen. Might as well kill that quantum mechanic. Hey, I probed it. How come I didn't learn anything interesting? I wonder if that has a chance to be resisted. But we'll make sure to check out this loot here in a second. Yeah, in fact, let me just check out this loot. There's a Wand of Magic Missile. Do we need another Wand of Magic Missile? How many Wands of Magic Missile do we have? Several. I really don't want another one. I was about to drop a couple of those other ones. As for this dark green potion, that's pretty curious. Definitely good to know. Glad I investigated a little bit more closely. That's a mimic. That's a little weird. Elbreth is still going strong right there. Glad that just doesn't disappear out of nowhere. And a chest, which we will certainly investigate. Yeah, it could be a royal chest. This throne chest. There's good stuff in here. There's tins and cloudy potions. Could be a genie inside. And a scroll of teleportation. Probably good to know, considering we can't teleport on our own just yet. Bugbear corpses will eat the fortune cookie. And it says, shopkeepers value money more than revenge. I believe that's true. If the shopkeeper is mad at you because you're a delinquent, you can just pay him and he'll be mostly appeased. But fine. What do you think about this green potion, before I forget about it? And the cloudy potion. You think it's intriguing? He didn't seem to complain too much. He seems fine with that one. Dark green is fine. Pyrolisk. Oh, geez. All right. Well, we have the fire resistance, and we had the foresight to put all of our stuff in our bag, I believe. Fire doesn't feel hot at all. Yeah, and it's not going to affect anything in my inventory roll. So, I mean, do you want to eat a Pyrolisk? You're welcome to. Yeah, if you want to get that sweet fire resistance, I don't blame you. It feels good, man. You get a resistance. You know, it's a hard feeling to put into words, but it definitely feels good. So we got that, and what do you think, Old Deuteronomy? I'm recalling you here. You think that's fine? You definitely think it's fine. You picked it up. Well, we'll check those out in a moment. Let's just see if we get lucky with this throne at all. Sit. A voice echoes. By thy imperious order, Dame. Well, we are a Dame, I guess. Wizzlepop the Dame. And our orders are certainly imperious. I didn't really think this far ahead. What are we going to do? Well, I feel like maybe it's a pretty good idea. How about let's get rid of mastermind flares? Because regular, you know, that's the sort of thing where you sort of feel bad wiping out the entire dwarvish species, dwarves and hobbits. I mean, as a chaotic being, you'd think that we wouldn't care at all. I'm just trying to think, you know, you really only need 2 regular scrolls of genocide to be able to wipe out the mind flares, the master mind flares. We could also get rid of something that's just like annoying, like a disenchanter. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably get my 2 blessed scrolls of genocide with my wish if I can get one, where I get the wand of wishing, and then I'll use those on L's and H's anyway. You know, in fact, I sort of feel like I should wipe out dwarves and hobbits in this game, because we're a chaotic elf. That'd be hilarious. So what are we going to do? I guess we could just get rid of disenchanters because I hate them so much. Alright, sure. What wants to get rid of disenchanter? Now we don't have to worry about that anymore. There's still rust monsters rusting about. In fact, it's kind of an okay idea to do capital R for a blessed one as well. But it's a little bit of a waste considering there's only 2 you want to get rid of. I guess you could say the same about mastermind flares. So you know what? I changed my mind. Let's do it. Mastermind flares. Or, are we more likely to run into a mind flare before we get another chance to genocide the other one? I should stop being so indecisive about this. See, this is intelligence 22, you know, I mean, overthinking things here. It's like the never start a land war with a Sicilian. Never start a land war in Asia. And never challenge a Sicilian to a battle of wits when life is on the line. So I wish to genocide Sicilians. No offense to any Sicilians, by the way. Sicilians, I'm sure, I don't know if I know anybody from Sicily. I'm sure they're fine people. Disenchanted. Let's just do it. Alright, fine. We'll get our chance to do the genocide tricks later as we wanted to. Here, this is just a bonus throne genocide. So we might as well use it on something that's going to be an annoyance. Alright, disenchanter is gone. Wiped out all disenchanters. Fantastic. Have another one. Let's keep sitting down. I mean, sitting on stuff seems to be working so far. Feels somehow out of place and we're probably going to disappear. Yep. Alright, well, I guess that's to be expected. But we got a nice genocide out of it, so fantastic. Alright, now I'm going to take off my cloak of protection, take off the leather armor, take off the shirt, and quaff these potions. We have not found polymorph yet, so I think I'm quite justified in taking these precautions. I start to float in the air, and I feel wise at the same time. That's a pretty cool confluence of events. I mean, you have to think maybe if you were attaining enlightenment, you start to float up in the air. That's the way I like to imagine it anyway. You know, it's like you got the lotus position, and then like all of a sudden you achieve inner peace, and it's like suddenly you gain the ability to levitate while sitting cross-legged. I think that's part of the package. I think that's one of the major draws of meditating and studying Eastern religions. So, you know, that's one thing, you know. That's definitely one thing to look at. I feel observant and agile because, yeah, it's not easy to get into the lotus position. It takes flexibility. Cool. All right, and there you go. Let's put on all of our other stuff, though, because we're not a monk. It would be cool to have a monk playthrough. Monks are kind of interesting. Put on the Hawaiian shirt. Put on the leather armor. Put on the cloak of protection. And then not the shield. In fact, we might as well just drop that shield, because that shield is just taking up space. We are levitating now. Oh, I forgot to test my other potion. I'm so foolish. Alright, I have one more type of potion there. Take off. E. Take off. X, take off the Hawaiian shirt. By the way, why is... Do I have a ring of conflict still? Yeah, why is conflict on D? That's absolutely not right. Ring of conflict should be on X. Alright, good. That makes sense, right? I didn't even have to say it this whole time. It just makes perfect sense. X, capital X is the ring of conflict. It just makes sense for some reason. But now we'll quaff this other one. Quaff N. I feel like a new elf, you say. Well, what happened there? Did you see what happened? I'm not sure if I'm still male or female or what happened there. I might have just polymorphed into something new. I'm not sure what happened to my magic, if it went up or down or something. My stats seem like they stayed relatively the same, to be honest. I'm glad I didn't lose any of my super relevant intelligence there. But, you know, mostly we seem to be fine. I noticed that my power fluctuated a little bit. I'm not sure if that went up and down. If it went up, great. If it went down, hopefully it wasn't too much. And hopefully we'll get the Eye of the Aethiopica, and that won't matter too much in the near future anyway. So, whatever. Great. Put on the Hawaiian shirt, put on the that's, and then put on the that's. Good. So, new stuff. We did find polymorph eventually. We found levitation eventually as well. We still need to find some sort of permanent source of levitation as well. You know, those cursed boots that we found a while ago back at that armor shop could be like boots of levitation or something like that. That's a possibility I didn't really mention. Could be worth investigating. Is that an elf of some kind? Old Deuteronomy, I think you know what to do. No Lord is trying to swing wildly at nothing. To be honest, I have no respect for you, No Lord. I'm just going to probe you. You're scared and confused, and you are dead. And then wizard knives are also particularly good for stabbing bats out of the air. Cool. We don't even need magic anymore. I mean, who needs it? We know. I mean, there's definitely a skill in charms, you know, and enchantments, enchanting up these various pieces of abilities. You know, we've come to unravel the enchantments of the unicorn horn, and also the fact that this wizard blade is just so sublimely enchanted already. You know, some master wizard enchanted it up. There's no shame in using a well-enchanted magical dagger just because it's got all these sweet enchantments on it. You know, that's just paying respect to whoever put the charms on this thing. And you got to be a pretty serious wizard to know how to use it anyway, so... You know, I mean, we can spend our time contemplating the mysteries of Magic Bane. How does it stun people so much? How does it probe people so much? There's not really a whole bunch of other stuff in the NetHack universe that seems to be able to do that. Maybe it's coated with yellow mold juice to stun people. Maybe it's coated with a wand of probing dust. Activated magic portal. Oh, I forgot that we were trying to find that. Alright, well, we're going to go talk to Nephrit the Wise, I guess. Feel dizzy. Here we are. You are suddenly in familiar surroundings. You notice what appears to be a large, squat stone structure nearby. Wait, this looks like the tower of your former teacher, Nephrit the Green. It was the Lonely Tower, right? I wonder if it's on the Lonely Island. However, things are not the same as when you were last here. Mists and areas of unexplained darkness surround the tower. There's movement in the shadows. Your teacher would never allow such unaesthetic forms to surround the tower, unless something were dreadfully wrong. Jeez, unaesthetic forms? Uh-oh. That shall not be allowed to stand, you know? I mean, if there's one thing wizards don't care for, it's inaesthetic forms. Alright, gotta make sure that everything is just so. Especially wizards of chaos, as we are, alright? You know, it has to be the right kind of chaos. Alright, these weird, whirly shadow forms, don't do it for me. Alright? Holds an orange potion. There's Nazgul's throwing stuff at me. Yikes. Okay. It suddenly got dark. We found the blindness. I'm glad we didn't have to quaff that one. And we can unicorn horn out of it. Hit by a knife, and we're down on the floor, which is nice. Oh, we accidentally floated on the floor, and we activated a magical portal coming out here. Is that a wraith or a barrow wight? Yeah, it's a barrow wight there, so that's fine, I guess. We definitely have the Tolkien thing here with the Nazgul and the barrow wight. But a whole bunch of basically spooky undead creatures. It's going to be another one of these, huh? Another one of these. Seems very similar to the priest quest. Lots of spooky undead creatures. Alright, except this time we're fighting it with magic rather than holiness. I guess we can accomplish that. But we're not going to go there for a while. I don't even really see a reason of going back. Unless there's wraiths there. If we can get a couple of levels, then we'll tackle this right now. If I can find 2 wraith corpses to chomp in there, we'll go. Alright, cool. So, I mean, I guess we're ready to just jump back in. We could put on the Ring of Conflict. Oh, nice. And this time, old Deuteronomy's coming with me. I just wanted to go back and grab old Deuteronomy. I was like, hey, check it out, old Deuteronomy. You see this weird, spooky wizard tower? And he's like, no, I can't see too well anymore. My eyes are going. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot. But you can probably at least sense it with your whiskers, all right? You got a unique whisker signature. You get too close to a Nazgul. It's pretty spooky. All right, Nazgul hidden. I could consider putting on the ring conflict here. It seems like most of these guys are definitely chumps. I don't know if this is a no teleport for. I might have a good chance about getting up and getting that Tengu corpse. Yeah, no, Tengu can't teleport, so maybe I will consider going to get it. That gargoyle is a little on. It can be a little bit on the nasty side, I believe. So I was a little bit worried about that. But it's just like bats. It's mostly spooky bats. I mean, I know bats are some of the spookiest creatures, but it's not doing much for me. I mean, I can stab him right out of the air. I'm an expert at knife usage. Cool, cool, but it didn't do anything. Scroll, create monster. That's neat. We can go and use that on that altar that we found if we wanted to. We also probably have nearly enough to be able to go back and buy some protection. Although not really. We still need like another 1,000 gold probably. What's going on out here? Unesthetic forms? I won't stand for it. Alright, we appreciate our sense of artistry. You know, having a certain artistic mind is a prerequisite for being a wizard. It requires a certain logical mind as well, but you can't have both. Oh, well, you have to have both, is what I'm saying. Otherwise, you go insane. What's this over here? Unesthetic forms? Let there be light! Nice. Do you see that? Do you see these unesthetic forms dispelling before my magic? You gotta admit, that's pretty fantastic. That's a great use of magic right there. Get rid of these unesthetic forms, man. I bet Nefrit is going to be already pleased. Nefrit is like, oh, thank you for getting rid of that annoying darkness. Here, have the Eye of the Aethiopica and the Bell of Opening. I'm like, thanks. That was the easiest quests. I think it would be pretty cool if there was a little bit more variety in the quests. You know, I mean, not all of them have to be like, go and kill this nemesis. Some of them could just be like, you know, oh, you know, I mean, go and get me something to eat. You know, cook me something to eat. I was like, all right. And if you do a good job, you get your quest item. Here's a Sorn in the wall. These things are always a little bit on the dangerous side. Yeah, look at them go. But I guess we'll have to engrave an Elbreth. Elbreth on the ground, and then we'll just kill him. Yeah, he's facing the wall, but that's fine. And I guess, is this probably where the entrance is? You have to imagine so, even if it was a little bit hidden. You know, I mean, we know where it is. We've been here before. This is our old teacher's haunt here. Apply that here. Yeah, I use the word haunt flippantly here. Oh, multiple layers of doors. I forgot about that. You know, Never's got more doors installed since last time. Did you ever see the old Looney Tunes? I believe it was with Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam, where like Bugs Bunny is like trying to like, well, Yosemite Sam is trying to like open the door in order to get to Bugs Bunny, and then Bugs Bunny keeps like attaching more doors to the front. So like every time Yosemite Sam opens the door, there's just more doors behind him, and Bugs Bunny keeps attaching more and more doors at lightning fast cartoon speed. That was hilarious. And then I think he finally gets to the end, and then Bugs Bunny's got a cannon and blows him up. It's hilarious, man. I love Looney Tunes. It's hilarious stuff. A lot of doors. The wizards love doors, alright? I could use knock. Here, let me use knock on this one. I'll prove that I'm a wizard. Wizard knock. My spell knowledge of this is growing faint a little bit here. I sort of wanted to have that before we got down to the castle. But maybe that won't be a big deal. Maybe we'll have other ways to deal with that. Looks like Nefert the Green is guarding all the good stuff. Looks like she's got a wand underneath there or something. I might be able to like use apportation or something to yank it out from under her. What do you have to say, Wizard Apprentice? The spells of the Dark One were just too powerful for us to withstand. Really? Did you really give it 110% though? I mean, I wasn't there to see. You know, I gotta take your word for it, but I mean, it was a lot of you at only 1 a.m. And it's like, Dark One, but how dark could he really be? I too will venture into the world because the Dark One is but one of many evils to be vanquished. Don't I know it? I've been vanquishing evils all morning, man. Seriously, don't tell me about evils to be vanquished. The Invisible Apprentice cast a spell. Moving faster. Alright, good practice. You spooked me there a little bit. I thought you were trying to front with me a little bit. But no, he's just trying to speed himself up. I don't know that spell, actually, in fact. So if you want to, like, I mean, show me a couple pointers on that one. I'm always trying to boost my magical repertoire here. There's also a Xorn. Did you notice that there's a Xorn in there? Was that Xorn your magical buddy or your pet or your familiar or something like that? I'm sorry if I killed him, but he does seem to be on the hostile side, don't you think? How about you guys help out with this Xorn infestation? They're so oblivious they don't even notice. Wow, that Xorn hits so hard. I have to use Elbereth all the time. And that's a shame. I mean, I'm really hoping that... Yeah, okay, you guys keep hasting yourself. That's fine. That's really helpful. I need to hope I don't get hit with an unlucky roll from a Minotaur or something like that and just lose 80 HP in one hit because my HP is super low. I'm not sure if that polymorph helped with that or anything like that. I need some nurses. I just need some level ups. I need some more armor class for sure. I need some Grey Dragon Scale Mail. That's the real moral of the story. Silver Dragon Scale Mail, really. Alright, you're not going to be impressed with my skill level. Come closer, Wizzlepop, for my voice falters in my old age. Yes, I see that you have come a long way since you went out into the world. Leaving the safe confines of this tower you have. However, I must first determine if you have all the skills required to take on the tasks required of you. I do. I decided that Nephrit the Green turned into Yoda halfway through. I think that's a reasonable assumption considering his oldness and greenness. Alas, Wizzlepop, you have not shown your proficiency as a... Wait, I can't even do a Yoda voice. Not yet your proficiency as a worthy spellcaster, have you? As a magician, would surely you be... how are you supposed to turn these complex compound sentences into Yoda sentences? It's a little bit difficult to do on the fly. I have to admit I don't have a lot of experience with doing Yoda impression. Let's just go back to old lady. As a magician, you would surely be overcome with the challenge ahead. Go now, expand your horizons, and return to have attained as an enchantress. Oh, we're going to become an enchantress. That's pretty cool. Being an enchantress is a pretty cool title. I can dig that. I respect that in Nephrit the Green. I'm going to come back as an enchantress, and I'll show you guys. I'll show you all. Looks like we took back some bats. Yeah, fine. Couple of bats for the road. Wow, these guys hurt, don't they? Let's engrave an Elbereth. And make sure that we're done with these. Yep, these guys are gone. There's a Wand of Magic Missile. Whoa, okay, yeah, we're in here, I guess. Just to make sure... Whoa, alright, how about another Elbereth? And how about let's put on our regeneration real quick. Regeneration was that one. Making sure that we remember to take it off this time. Well, let's rest up a little bit more. I just wanted to go and scout out for wraiths. If there was a couple of wraiths in there, we might be able to become an enchantress, lickety split, and then we wouldn't have anything to worry about. We can get the Ethiopica, and that'd be fantastic. Well, maybe not. Maybe we gotta go and explore a little bit, level up a little bit. Maybe we get some wraiths of our own. We do have a create monster. We could try to read that create monster right now and hope it turns into a wraith. I mean, I think it's a possibility that it might, but I don't think it's quite as good odds as in the priest game, in the priest quests. Could be way off about that. Couple of tins. That could be wraith corpses too, I guess. I don't know if you could tin a wraith, whatever. But wield that. What did I have to do? Oh, take off regeneration before I get super hungry again. Cool. Any wraiths in here? Yeah, I saw the Brower White. Unfortunately, that does not cut it. Not the same. Oh, plus we gotta get Old Deuteronomy. Sorry, Old Deuteronomy. I almost abandoned you in this unesthetic wizard world. Let's get one cool light here. It seems like in the epicenter of the darkness here. I wonder if I can dispel this all in one powerful blast of light. Let there be light. Nice. Oh, we missed this bit in the back because it was sort of cast in shadow by this little hallway here. So let's just sort of make sure we fill in the details. Just sort of paint in all of the aesthetic business in here. Make sure that we can see every last little hidden crag here. Whitfield surrounds me, and I do feel more confident, so I'm glad. See? The game agrees with me. The game agrees that this is a worthwhile pursuit. So I don't know if you disagree with me. I am not capable of upgrading my dagger anymore, but I am capable of upgrading my divination spells. More skilled in divination, which means that, yeah, even these higher level spells like clairvoyance, 3%. No problem at all. Detect food, 3%. Detect unseen, 3%. I feel like that's pretty much as high as we're going to have to go to. I'm pretty sure that's going to be like definitely a sufficient level to be able to cast magic mapping or anything like that. And I guess, to be honest, we've probably seen everything else that there is. I did take off regeneration, right? Yeah, I just got a little hungry there, so I got concerned. Come on, it's time to go back. That's not the way to go. Magic portal. Ugh. Old Deuteronomy, you really should get over here. I can't go there. Go there. Cool. All right, we got wrenched back, and now we're here, back in the non-wizarding world. And what's the time like in this video so far? Time is just about to hit an hour. But you know what? Let's do another floor or two. I'm not ready to end this yet. Let's just go and check out a couple more floors. I feel like, I mean, this was a pretty good place to find. I mean, we found the quest, but it's like maybe we could find 2 quests, 5 quests. Who knows, man? Who knows what we could find if we stop now? I mean, we found the quest. That's it. That's a certain finality. But I mean, if we keep going, who knows? We can find geckos. We can find newts. Future is full of possibilities. We also don't know where the stairs are. Is it somewhere in here? Crossbow bolts, chest. Did we already loot that? I'm sure we possibly did. No, we didn't. We found a new kind of scroll. Could be scroll genocide. See, I'm glad I looked. A new kind of light. Let's check out this readme here. What is that all about? Old Deuteronomy. No, Elf Lord. All right. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. And we found Destroy Armor, so I think we're good to just read it, probably. Go ahead. Found a cloud, a stinking cloud. No, I think we're good. Never mind with the stinking cloud. I don't really want to upset that elf. It just, I mean, as much as we don't mind killing each other, we draw the line at stinking clouds. That's just chemical warfare, man. That's in the Elf Geneva Convention. You don't stinking cloud each other just for no reason. That's even a little bit too chaotic by our standards, or not chaotic enough. One or the other. Oh, we're fainting in here, because I'm an idiot. Should I go ahead and pray? How about let's just eat a carrot, and then let's eat one of these tins. Cool. I can use my my magic bane to open that up. That's pretty neat. Like a little penknife. Alright, yeah, and tack that onto another one of the amazing enchantments attached onto Magic Bane. It's really like a Swiss Army Wizard's knife, I mean, it works as a stunner and a prober, and also it opens tins in a pinch. Smells like Gnomish Wizards. Sounds like Gnomish Wizard for dinner tonight. Dried Gnomish Wizard, though? You think that's really the best preparation for Gnomish Wizard? You think that's really the best way to capture the flavor, the delicious succulent gnome flesh? Especially when it's enhanced by magic? Gnomish Wizards are fat and happy, I mean, they make for good, delicious tins. I mean, I would have probably maybe stir-fried or something. Let's go ahead and eat the other tin. Oh, it's just more Gnomish Wizard meat. But yeah, maybe it's a different preparation. Yes. Stir-fried Gnomish Wizard. Isn't that what I just said? Isn't that what I literally just said? I mean, tell me if that's not what I just said. But I mean, I'm glad that the game is listening to me here a little bit. At least appreciating my culinary suggestions about how best to prepare a Gnomish Wizard. Should be stir-fried. It's very easy to overcook gnome meat. You just want to basically sear it at high temperatures on the outside, and then take the temperature back real fast right away to make sure that you get it evenly cooked throughout the. You don't want raw gnome flesh necessarily unless you're in the mood. But it's like if you're preparing it stir-fried, just make sure that you sear the outside. Make sure you get a nice little char on there a little bit, but then I mean, just throw in some extra vegetables. Maybe throw in some onions and some ginger, and you got yourself a gnome stir fry going on. Magical Gnomish Wizard stir fry. Come on, old Deuteronomy, we're moving on. Ooh, a secret door! I wasn't even expecting to find that. That's just all the more magical. That's a sign that we have to keep going and keep exploring this crazy dungeon. Who knows what kinds of crazy doors we're going to find. Who knows what tins of gnome meat we're going to find. And, yeah. What do we find? A bow. We'll cast, let's see, light in here. Sure, this is fantastic. Spherical amulet. Hiking boots. This is looking good, man. I could be down with all these things. Hey, old Deuteronomy, come and curse test these things. Oh no, they're cursed. Do we have identify? We have remove curse, so we could theoretically take them and try them on. Let's go ahead and take something out of our bag, because I'm tired of being so hungry. I could pray for my food, I guess, but I got enough food rations right now that having 5 food rations is plenty of a backup. So we'll just eat that right there. You're fine with that amulet. I'm gonna go and wear that right away. Okay, and it didn't do anything too crazy. Could be reflection, I don't know. I got half a mind to zap myself with a magic missile or something like that. What do you think? Is that too crazy? I could. I mean, I don't think it would hurt me that much. I have Wand of Lightning. I could try. I mean, I have lightning resistance, but it might blow up some of my stuff, so maybe not. Or Wand of Cold. It could blow up some of my potions, but I don't have any potions out and about. It might be a crazy idea, but I kind of like it. All right, let me try this. Zap the Wand of Cold this way. Bolt of Cold hits me, but it reflects from my medallion. All right, I'm a genius. It totally worked. So we found the identify. Oh, we found the reflection. So what was I worried about not having it in Sokoban? We found it on the by and by. All right, well done, old Deuteronomy, making sure that that's not strangulation or nothing. But well done us with our clever Wand of Cold science experiment there, making sure that we realize that it bounces off of us. And we found a reflection. We're going to be able to take on Medusa no problem. Any sort of black dragon insta-death breath is going to be no problem for us. I mean, just generally being able to deal with these beam weapons. So we are unkillable now. Completely invincible. I guess that means that I don't need the Silver Dragon Scale Mail anymore. Although I might still go with that, considering we're swimming we're swimming in magic resistance with Magic Bane and the Eye of the Aethiopica. So we might go Silver Scale anyway, just so we can possibly grab the an amulet. We can wear the Eye of the Aethiopica, for example. Seems like the smarter move as a wizard. But, okay, we got the Amulet of Reflection. That's at least a temporary fix. Even if we do go for the Silver Scale Mail eventually, it makes me feel a lot better for the time being, alright? We don't have to, like, tread in eggshells if we see any black dragons or anything like that. We can just go in and treat them like any other sort of dragon. Which is to say, a big old reptilian chump. There's a cockatrice. Alright, well, we got the lizard corpse. How about let's throw a force bolt at him? We're also wearing our gauntlets. Right. Gauntlets of power, no problem. Yep. What was that? Okay. We probably almost do have enough to go back to our altar. Put the coins in there. Yeah. Take something out. The coins. 4,300. How much would we need to make that happen? We are experience level 10? I thought we made it up to experience level 11. Did we get drained by a barrel white or something like that? Well, that means that we would only need 4,000. I say let's go for it and do it. Let's definitely do it. Should only take a moment. Yeah. Alright, old Deuteronomy, you wait there for a second. Nefrit, pleading for help. Don't sound so desperate. Alright, it's not attractive. This thing was right here. You don't want to attack me. No, the Ogre King is not only, chaotic and peaceful, but also he wouldn't attack me anyway in a friendly sanctuary. Let's go ahead and chat to this guy. We are experience level 10, so $4,000 ought to do it. Take out $4,000. Chat to you. Hey, I'll give you $4,000, and I also, more importantly, promise not to spend 20,000 turns trapping you in a weird boulder eternal trap. So what do you think about that? Have $4,000. And watching my AC, let's see it drop. It's now at 2, and it goes down to all my gold. Yeah, it went down 2 points to 0. Fantastic. We have non-positive AC at this point. Makes me feel real, real good. Alright, I mean, that gold was weighing us down a little bit anyway. I mean, it was just, it was asking to be spent. That's what you spend gold on in this game, man. You don't need to buy anything when you have old Deuteronomy to steal everything. He's real light-fingered. But there's no substitute for, donating to the church. Just that good feeling that you feel when you donate to the church and you feel like your AC drops a couple of points. We got Divine Protection. Now we just have to make sure that we don't, piss off Anhor for the rest of the game. And we should have a little bit of bonus AC. We got a fountain here. We could start dipping things. I don't really see a reason to until we have the magic marker to back that up. Ape is going to try to attack us. Well, with my extra Divine Protection, I tend to think that you don't stand a chance. Delicious ape corpse. I feast on your entrails. I think I'm taking a little bit too much delight in the chaotic aspect of this character. What is that, another elf? Really attack the gray elf? Oh, no, I won't attack you directly, gray elf. By no means would I do such a thing directly. Do you notice how I deliberately phrased that comment, Gray Elf? Get him, old Deuteronomy. Sick him. Sick him, old Deuteronomy. Oh, no. All right, he's hurt. I wish I knew a healing spell. Then I could heal up old Deuteronomy and get him right back in the fight. But, all right. Well, you don't have to fight. Old Deuteronomy, don't do anything that you're going to regret. Oh, wait. Old Deuteronomy, be careful, all right? You know, I don't want you to die in a stupid Gray Elf battle just because I was peer pressuring you into it, all right? You know, if you're comfortable killing a Gray Elf in an evil, chaotic fashion, I mean, old Deuteronomy really would like to. Oh, he's got the potion of gray healing. All right, or full healing there. So that's a little bit of the innoxious side. All right, well, why don't you not worry about that Gray Elf if he's got full healing? What is that? Leocrata. Whoa, those guys are tough. So we'll engrave with the magic Bane. Get an Elbereth on the floor. You got canceled. I don't know if that means anything to you. I mean, your TV show is over. Leocrata bites in the floor. Yeah, all right, so more Elbereths. And get rid of them. Yeah, all right, well done, old Deuteronomy there. Those guys are pretty tough. I'm on the satiated side. If you want to eat a Leocrata, that's fine. I definitely died to Leocratas before. I mean, that's certainly a monster that can take you off by surprise. All those Qs, honestly, in the earlier game, a Roth can kill you, definitely. If you run into a Roth pack and you don't really know what you're doing, those guys can whittle down your HP faster than you can say Bizzle, Mizzle, Whizzle, Dizzle, Jizzle, Jizzle Pop. That's a magic spell. Every wizard knows it. It's the first magic spell you learn. It's sort of like the generic spell. You have to say that in order to start off all the other spells. You know, I mean, if you're going to cast any of the other spells, you just sort of use that as your baseline spell. And then you say the magic words for whatever else you wanted to do. We'll put on our regeneration. Because I just want to make sure you don't get an ambush by any more Leocratas. But now we'll take it off. There's a guard on patrol, so we could get some more dollars if we wanted to do like another donation type of thing. We could scrape together another $4,000 and get another -1 AC, get down to -1 AC. It would be pretty fantastic. But I don't know if that's going to be really necessary. What's this? Sinks? Did we ever get a ring out of the sink? I'm not sure. I also have a couple of rings that I meant to test at a sink. So let's go ahead and just drop, like, a spare emerald ring. The sink looks like it is being beamed aboard somewhere, you say. Well, I suppose that's teleport, then? One would think. Beam me up, Sinky? I guess. What's the other one that we had? A ring of clay. The sink looks nothing like a fountain. Okay. So that means that it is... I'm trying to remember exactly. It looks nothing like a fountain. If it looked a little bit like a fountain, it would be polymorph. I think this means that it's either polymorph control or protection from shape changers. I want to say protection from shape changers is more likely. / maybe poly control. I'm going to say probably not on that one, but it sounds like a shape changes for me. Either way, you know, it's kind of nice to have. Any of the other ones that we wanted to drop, I mean, I guess we could just, like, drop them and see what happens. I could just wait for identify. I guess if we get spares, we'll drop them. Hey, Deuteronomy, what do you think about this potion? Looks fine to me. And we found polymorph now. So I think that I'm safe to quaff potions. That was a mistake I made in my Beauregard playthrough. After I made a big point about saying that it's safe to quaff potions, I blew myself out of my armor. So I think that other than polymorph, we're relatively okay to just quaff potions. But we found quaff the potion of polymorph. So we'll quaff this other one. Suddenly moving faster. Okay, cool. So we got that option. Hell, let's kick this sink for a while. We might have the ability to use ours. I think that we are now guaranteed, basically, to have good Incubus interactions, if that's something that were to happen to us. Unless he were to take off our Helm of Brilliance. But we'd still have a really good chance. I mean, even with that, it's only +2 right now. And our charisma's up at 12. We do have a little bit of agency as whether or not we choose to take off our clothes. Alright, or we could have just a black ooze. Sure. Have a force bolt. Force bolt. Old Deuteronomy's in the way. Force Bolt. Alright, kill the Black Pudding, and nothing to speak of, but I wasn't really expecting anything either. Just keep kicking this. Yeah, new kind of ring. What's this all about? Gold ring? Is it safe? Would you care to tell me? Hey, Deuteronomy, you think it's safe? I think maybe not. Which leads me to believe that it could be levitation. Could be hunger. I would hate it if it were levitation and we would just wasted it. I have the ability to remove curse, is the thing. Like, I could remove curse. Like, what if I take this... Alright, I'm going to try something a little bit crazy here. We're going to take the gold ring, we're going to wield it. Gold ring, weapon in hand. But now I'm going to cast remove curse. I feel like someone is helping me. Okay, cool. So now I should be able to put it on. A +1 ring of adornment. And yet it was cursed. Maybe it's just a little weird. It's a little weird to be boosting up your charisma. It's not exactly the most useful ring to have, so it's just sort of taking up space. Just cursed on there. Well, it's actually very useful to have. I mean, one of the few reasons that you might like to have high charisma is if you're going to consort with some incubi, so maybe if that happens here, I wouldn't complain. Ouch, that hurts. Alright, or we could just kick a sink until our legs hurt. Seems like a good time, too. Clunk, 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 clunk. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Slowing down a bit. Yeah, because I've been kicking the sink so much. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Oh, we got... Oh, we didn't find a new ring. That was just muddy wastes. Alright, I guess we don't need to kick this sink anymore. I mean, the only thing that could happen is an incubus would come. To be honest, though, if an incubus were to come, that would be a great way to get a couple of levels up right now. My right leg is in no shape for kicking. That might be just the thing we need right now, honestly. You get a couple of levels up with an incubus, and then we just work our way to get the IV Ethiopica. It's sort of what our character needs to do. I mean, I might as well kick this sink until it breaks. Oh, here we go. It's an incubus. Alright, old Deuteronomy, play nice with the incubus. Old Deuteronomy doesn't trust the incubus because he thinks that he's going to come and steal us away from him, but the incubus is part of the family now. We'll chat with the incubus. We'll get the initiative here because we are, you know, a modern, independent woman. Feel very attracted to the incubus. Incubus murmurs into my ear while helping me undress. Take off your cloak? Yeah, you gotta do that. That's just an important part of the process. Take off the suit. Take off the boots. I'm noisy. I get it. Yeah, take off the gloves. No way. I mean, we're gonna be, you know, we keep our gauntlets of power on. Definitely. Make sure we're not making ourselves too vulnerable. Take off the helmet? Absolutely no. We need to make sure we keep our wits about us as well. No. Take off the shirt? That's fine. You gotta do that. Time stands still, but I believe that's a 100% guarantee at winning sex right now. Yes, I sure have. I will always remember that's a boost to my wisdom. Okay. I mean, that's not quite what I was looking for there, but it's something. And I can put on my stuff. We'll put on the Hawaiian shirt. We'll put on the leather armor. We'll put on the elven boots. Did I ever check out those snow boots? Did I determine that those were cursed? The hiking boots. So I did determine that those were cursed, huh? But we could try the same trick. What's that over there? Some sort of weird creature? A weird rat. Alright, well, we'll deal with that in due process. Incubus. Incubus, be nice. Do you have a headache? I'm glad to play nice with you if you're willing to play nice with me. I'm very attracted. Alright, cool. Take off your cloak. Yeah, take off the suit. Boots can stay on. Because I like to be stealthy. Let's be sneaky about it. Yes. Sure are noisy. Oh, I took them off anyway. Take off the gloves. Allow ourselves to feel vulnerable. Take off the helmet. Uh-oh, I don't like that much. Alright, that means that we don't I believe that we have a 1/35th chance of losing the game of sex. Oh no. Take off the shirt is fine. Alright, but I still win. I will always remember my intelligence or my wisdom is as high as it goes. Alright, so that's not what we want to be. Let's make sure we're wearing the Helm of Brilliance. We'll make sure that we're wearing the Elven Boots. We'll do that, and wear everything else. Yeah. Where? And okay, so I've got these boots. I could try wearing the boots. Let's deal with this. We'll deal with this weir rat first. Killed the weir rat. Now I'll wield the boots. Wield the hiking boots. Zap, remove curse. Remove curse. Now I'll try them on. Because if they're levitation, I would say absolutely be fine with this. I mean, you prefer to have the ring just because it's easier to put on and off and you want to have the speed boots on all the time. But, you know, I mean, boots of levitation are a fine substitute for now. We could also go check these out. Compare, you know, there's another pair of cursed boots up in that shop, as I said. So if we found the Ethiopica, we could warp up there, and then we could warp our way back, and then we could try it that way. But put on the hiking boots. Oh! Well, excuse me, cursed speed boots. Well then. Blue streak speeds by, a Sonic the Hedgehog, too fast for the naked eye. A Sonic the Hedgehog, a Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. Watch out when he storms through. Sonic the Hedgehog, don't doubt what he can do. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. Fastest thing alive. He's the fastest thing alive. Alright, that's enough for this episode. I'm running out of material if I'm singing songs from the 90s. It seems like that's how these NetHack playthroughs go. But we did find our speed boots. I was so excited about that. We got our speed boots. I don't know if I ever really need these elven boots ever again. I mean, we could wear them. Probably not, though. I mean, we got our stealth. I mean, I'd rather have speed than stealth is what I'm saying. We got conflict. We're a wizard who needs to be stealthy when we got raw elemental power. Anyway, we're feeling good about our situation. We're still alive. Down a lot deeper in the dungeon. We found Nefret the Yoda-like. We hopefully may be able to get up to towards experience level 14 and get towards the quest and be on our way with that. But, you know, I mean, good progress in this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.